wow, they really did this. They really made the change and the decision to remove the Panhandle of Grand Theft Auto 6. Absolutely insane. Yanis and the team of people right here are working on the GTA 6 map, and the last version looked like this. It had the Panhandle of Florida. Now Florida looks like this, and the reason that the Panhandle was added was basically because the community is bored. In this video from our great friend Soko505, he explains in this video that the Panhandle was added February 27th of 2024, and it was both implemented, you can see added a Panhandle to the discussion, but also very controversial because it has over 1680 replies. A lot of people talking about this, saying that they either like it, they agree with it, or that they didn't like it. And I know from memory that the main consensus of the community at that time was that they did not like the Panhandle. Oh boy, has that changed. And we'll look at the response of the community today about the removed Panhandle later in this video. But basically there's a couple of pieces of evidence. So the first one is this 404 sign in the leaks that now has changed and replaced by these actual road signs. So the Panhandle used to be in that little sign, but because they have replaced it with the actual road signs that are supposed to be there, the Panhandle is nowhere to be seen. Another reason was that the real life Florida, which is what Leonida is based on, does have a Panhandle, but now they just removed that part in the GTA 6 map because they have found that all these cities on this side of the Panhandle are kind of placed right here at this side with Port Gellhorn. So if all these cities of the Panhandle are actually on the left side, on the west side of Leonida, then why would you need a Panhandle? The cities are already there. Now, one thing that Soko and Yanis really do want to stress, and I've talked to Yanis about this yesterday, is that the map officially did not get smaller, because all of the Panhandle area is speculation anyways. So it's not that Bohemia and Yorktown and St. Joseph are all being removed. They're just placed in different places of the map. Now, one thing that Suko also said in his video somewhere is that the map is an island, and we shouldn't ask him how he knows that it's an island. Now, when I did the delay announcement live stream, Fishy and him were joining me before we knew about the delay, and he talked about the delay beforehand as if he had some context behind the scenes. So my speculation, and this is pure speculation, guys, don't go to Soko and harass him about this, but my speculation is maybe somebody told him that it's an island and he has some insider info. We don't know though. This is not confirmed at all. We have no idea, okay? Don't go and ask him about it. Just leave him alone, because it might not even be true, okay? Be respectful, please. Now, the design of what this looks like can still change. It looks like there's still a little bit of a Panhandle area right here, and that's basically the shape that they went with just a couple of little peaks and poopies there. To me, it kind of just looks like the SpongeBob meme where he has the brain for some reason, and a lot of people are talking about how it looks like the GTA 5 map. Do I think it looks like the GTA 5 map? Well, we can pull it up actually right here, 70%, and we can put it to 100%. I mean, kind of, but not really. So the GTA 5 map right here has no bunch of islands. You could maybe look at the industry and kind of flip it. Leonida does have this bunch of Keys Islands, right? And then you also in GTA 5 have this big lake right here. Well, we also have Lake Leonida in the kind of top middle of GTA 6. And then GTA 5 has this top part also kind of being round rounded out, just like the GTA 6 map now, apparently. So yes, it does kind of look like GTA 5, but no. And also, if you have a big map, there's only a couple of shapes you can do, like Suko says in his video. For example, of course we just looked at the GTA 5 map, but if we look at the GTA 4 map, that's more of a rectangle, I guess. And if you look at the Vice City map, which is really small, it's also kind of just a square. And then if you look at the GTA San Andreas map, which is the biggest one, that is also kind of a square. And so now this is more of an island shaped thing. So what does the community think about this whole change? Well, people making jokes about it, seeing my barber when I ask for a little off the top and it just cuts your whole hair. I've had this once. Another guy saying, imagine if Trailer 3 takes place exclusively Panhandle side of the map, which would be crazy indeed. Here's a theory saying Rockstar saw the Panhandle on the map with the community project and they were like, gosh darn it, we need another 6 months then, and that's why they delayed the game. Oh no. And Yana said, they forced me, y'all. And everyone is like, hi, how you doing? Some people don't want another GTA 5 shaped map. People are already saying rest in peace to the Panhandle. Some people saying it looks weird now. More people saying rest in peace. People saying it's feeling incomplete. Some people say it better be in the game, so much potential I can have over there. And somebody also said, you restored my hope at the end, it is twice the size. Regardless, that Panhandle made it look way better. What could possibly fill those empty areas though? Something I noticed in GTA 5 was a lot of the mountains really do take up a lot of the space. Yes, and in GTA 5, it's a little bit of a different situation because GTA 5 did not have really too much hunting mechanics that you can do anything with, right? There were hunting mechanics in the sense that you had animals and you could shoot animals, but you couldn't really skin them or do anything with them. But in GTA 6, you might be able to actually do that just like in Red Dead Redemption 2. They got the mechanics for that, so they might just improve upon it in GTA 6. And indeed, the map is not technically smaller in terms of what is being confirmed and what is not, because nothing in this top area has been confirmed. Now let's go to Reddit, our big friend, and go to the post here, which is a very controversial post. Also 500 people responding to this, along with the 400 people responding to this one, and people saying, oh, that's gore of my comfort map. Same here, I really miss the old Panhandle layout. Soko responding, snip, hey, at least it's just a speculative change and the Panhandle could actually be there. With the Blue Ninja responding, imagine a finalized map has a Panhandle on both sides. And Soko saying, it's actually likely as there is more shaky proof for a second Cape north of the one we have on the east coast at the moment. And so somebody asked, what's the proof? Soko says, like a dozen yellowish pixels in the single frame we see north of Vice Beach from underground. No idea what that means. Somebody says, my Panhandle, rest in peace. Somebody says, it'll be back. Rest in Panhandle. Oh my. Somebody says, I don't know, man. It looked better with a Panhandle. Now it looks kind of boring like a genetic island. Now it just looks like the GTA 5 map. People saying it again, feel like a downgrade. But you know, it's just a speculation and 99% of the top part will look different anyway. Somebody literally thought it was the GTA 5 map. So yeah, that's basically the consensus of this map right now. But again, when Doopsor, the old lead mapping project guy, added the Panhandle, people also didn't like it at first and then it started to grow on people. So what is my personal opinion? What do I think of this? Does it look good? No. I don't like it. I don't, you know, it looks so weird. I'm just not used to it. I think I have the same kind of consensus as the rest. I'm just not used to this. Do I care? No, because it's all speculation. They can change it into whatever shape they want. Everything that is here red could change every single second of every single day, except for this orange one, which is kind of speculative, all up until it gets green, where it's basically confirmed through screenshots, leaks, trailers, etc. Just like the Mount Caliga, we have no idea where Mount Caliga is. It could be here on the left or here on the right. We don't know. It could be here. It's probably not, because Rockstar Games on their website says it's against the northern border. But with that information, this is kind of inaccurate as well. It should be up against the border. It's not up against the border see that this border should be up against this border. So there's a lot of speculation in this area, and it just doesn't really matter, to be honest, how the shape will look. It just doesn't really matter. We just have to wait and see. I do hope they will make it a little bit more visually pleasing in version 10. This is version 9. It's in-betweener in terms of the versions. But yeah, I'm curious to see where it's going. I just think this little part, it looks a little bit weird or something. Maybe they should just stretch it a little bit further, right? But then again, you have this, so maybe just like this. I don't know, man. I'm not a mapper. But yeah, what do you all think of this crazy change? It really has the whole community in shambles, man. Which is great because, you know, it's been boring, man. It's been super boring in terms of GTA 6 news, so thank God we have something controversial that we can yap about until the end of the year. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to Victor, Easy Does It, and Rolfcore for being a member. And see you guys next time. Bye-bye.